100 years ago today, men and women, U.S. citizens, were driven from their homes, and they watched as their brothers and sisters and fathers and uncles were murdered in the streets, their homes set on fire, and airplanes dropped bombs on their businesses and destroyed their community. The Tulsa Race Massacre was not taught to most of us as children in our history classes. And only in the last decades has it come to light and been talked about publicly. This shameful, horrific, and painful moment in our human history had been sought to be buried and obscured. But the truth always comes to the surface and to the light. And today I offer us a prayer for healing, for acknowledgement, and for reparation. For reparation of the human pain and suffering that we have inflicted on our brothers and sisters. So I invite you and ask you to join me in this. For as we stand here today, we stand in the presence and with the presence of the divine, our Spirit Creator, Source, Father, Mother, Comforter. And we lay bare the pain and the tragedy of our past, the brutal treatment of our brothers and sisters at our own hands and our ancestors' hands. For in our silence and in our ignorance, we have allowed pain, injustice, and inequity to continue. So we offer our humble apology, our heartfelt sorrow, and our willingness to own our mistakes, to stand for what is right, fair, and just, and to co-create a future where this kind of pain and tragedy and murder is never again inflicted on others. That place, that understanding, that possible wholeness, a life, a world, communities bound together by love, by understanding, and by our common Creator, the eternal Spirit. May all know that source of love and life within us. Today, we begin to acknowledge our past so that we may build that new Eden, that new heaven on earth, where we do not know pain and suffering, for we are all one in spirit, in God, and in truth. Today, we start again. And so it is. So we let it be. Amen.